What's up, everybody, and welcome to the live stream. Today we're doing some live design portfolio reviews. So if you would like to get your portfolio reviewed, you can go to my Instagram and submit a message to me, DM me with the link to your project, to your portfolio, to whatever it is that you'd like me to take a look at. That's what we will do. I have a couple already selected from previous submissions, so we'll probably start with those. And if we can get to you, we'll get to you. That's the whole idea. We got Tal Lieb is in the chat with Emmanuel DeRessi, Aaron Manrick, Sakip, Joshi, Dana. Lots of folks jumping in. Let me know where you're coming from. And if you have never liked, subscribed, said hello, said what's up, shared this video, that'd be super fun. And also, if you want more stuff like this, then maybe consider becoming a member, because my YouTube members, they get early access to videos and they get all my design files and a bunch of other really cool stuff. I'm thinking we're going to do like a private stream pretty soon just for the members, so we can do like some live Q&A, maybe even just a Zoom call so I can actually see y'all and say what's up. That'd be a lot of fun. So consider becoming a member. Saral Kumar is one of my members. That's why Saral's got that really cool little thumbs up emoji next to his name in the chat. So, hey, with all that being said, let's dive over immediately and get started and jump into some portfolio reviews. Somebody, Emmanuel's putting the hashtag We Like Jesse Show. That's a hashtag that he is starting, and I'm into it. I like it. It's really fun. It's really awesome. All right, so hey, let's jump over and take a look at one of our first portfolios to check out for the day. This is Chao Gonzalez. Side note, love your name, just Chao Gonzalez. I'm gonna move myself up out of the way. Let's take a look at this. Love like the really simple kind of clean palette, really nice. Love the geometric shapes. It says UIU. This is actually I love this. I love what it says here, right? It says UI UX is my bread and butter, and my jam and my jam is anything that stimulates creativity. Hey, listen, that is clever. Tells me a little bit about your personality and who you are and what you like to do in a quick, succinct, funny little sentence. That's what we should all have, is something like that, okay? I'm an active and curious mind that uses years of business experience. Does that say fuses or fusses? I'm not really sure. With design thinking approach to solve the right business problems. Okay, cool. And then we have access to your resume, about, and contact. If I scroll down, get to the work really quick. I'm liking it. What I don't like is this cutoff button that animates. Oh, it's got some sort of little issue. So maybe think about working on that. Wondering how this site looks responsive or mobile. How's that look? Ooh, looks really cool. Clean. Got a little alignment issue with our nav and our logo. Simple thing to take care of. No big deal. But this is a hot thing lately with this. As you on scroll, you hit a certain area, just change the entire background color of the site so that we're immersive. Immersive is very helpful. It's a very helpful thing when you can allow users to dive into your work and then not be distracted by kind of like external things or extraneous things. It's pretty nice, man. I'm telling you, good job there. Let's jump over and go back in. It says this is a website you designed. Okay, let's see the project. I'm interested. You got me hooked. Okay, so we're gonna jump over. Nice, just simple typography at the top. Nice big project for your case study. Nice big hero image that just says, "Wah, this is what it looked like in the end. It looked amazing. This is what we want." Okay, we like that a lot. Then the problem, love it. And then, okay, team activities. I would have loved always, if you have them, if this is a real project, I encourage everyone to always also put some statistics on success metrics, like key performance indicators and how you hit those. Like, it's a low conversion rate. What I'd love to see right here is, boom, increased conversion rate by 100% in 2020 or something. That'd be really rad. Super fun. Deliverables, beautiful, nice. I like this layout. This kind of two column layout. Okay, this makes me think it's a video I can click on. That's a little trick, isn't it? I can't click on it. Okay. Okay, we can see a full analysis here. Okay, interesting. The home page, just gonna walk us through this case study. It's good. It's a nice mixture of It's a nice mixture of visual and written. One thing I might suggest is a little bit of a functionality thing is I've seen other people do kind of sticky sidebars here, especially for long scrolls. Like as I'm scrolling down, as I'm scrolling down this very, very long screen, it'd be nice if this thing was fixed and it followed. It was sticky, right? And scroll down with me. That could be a thing. I don't know, maybe not. Digital marketing. Okay, so you did some marketing stuff, you did animation. Okay, so here's the actual like animation examples. Cool. Okay, and then you also did like an app for this company. Okay, cool. So I mean, let's go back to that because yeah, we can look at your resume here. Got some projects, right? And then a little bit about you. Okay, so really clean. I think it's a clean portfolio. I like how it's immersive. I think you got a couple little tweaks to make on the site itself so that it's kind of like perfect. I think the formula here is very, very good, right? The formula of, well, you're not really doing the formula here, you're doing something different, but the formula of problem, solution, and then kind of chunking things out, not too long, don't read, and then also a nice balance between written and visual. You know, just, yeah, there's some things that don't really make a lot of sense to me. Like that overhang doesn't make sense to me. So just little things that I wish you'd go back in and kind of clean up. Also, you could probably brand these things to the actual project. So everything's very, very heavily branded. And maybe even this entire page should be immersed in this color, right? Maybe the whole thing should be immersive. I don't know, just suggestions, but the work itself, really, really nice. I think Chao's got a really, really good handle on color, layout, typography. When you look at his work, you can tell that he's been doing this for a while. He's definitely not a junior designer. The only one thing I would say is I want to know exactly what you're hoping for from this portfolio. Are you looking for me to hire you? Are you looking for a full-time role? Are you looking for freelance work? What are you looking for? I want to give it to you because you're really, really good. So depending on who you are and what you want to do, I think your portfolio has done a really, really good job. Thanks for submitting that portfolio. Let's see if we have any questions. Leave those down in the chat. I'd love to answer your questions. Sorrel says, would love to attend the portfolio review session, but currently attending the ending keynote at Front Row 2021. Yeah, Front Row is a good online deal. It's really, really cool. Got a lot of cool people in there. Yeah, so yeah, Salman says, saw your tweet and just came. Here you are. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. That's amazing. If you have any questions, leave those down in the chat. I'm going to drink some of my Legend spicy nootropic ginger drink. It's my favorite drink of all time. It's nootropic, gets my brain working, and it's super delicious and vegan and prebiotic and all sorts of good stuff. All right, let's go to another portfolio. This is Nick Richardson. Nick Richardson at nickrichandson.design. Okay, so designer of things, connector of dots. I'm into it. Okay. Got a little animation, a little wiggle waggle as we go over, like just rolling over elements. So, okay, had a little fun with animation. Maybe too much fun. Maybe too much fun. I don't know. Interesting. You have like a little like integrated chat. That could be useful, maybe, I guess. All right, recent projects. Very, very, very tidy, right? Very clean. Everything like very like tucked into these little white boxes. Okay, it's a little jarring. Everything is so dark, colorful. It's kind of got a vibe, and you come down here, and I feel like this vibe doesn't match the other vibe. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so maybe a little consistency is a thing maybe we need. Okay, Project Phoenix, a design system. Okay, web app, micro design. Let's talk right down to the bottom. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's go into this web app and micro design system because apparently you're into design systems, which is super good. That's a hot topic right now. And you might be a great solution for somebody looking. Okay, the problem. There's the problem. Good job. Problem statement. Overview. Again, though, nobody puts success at the top. Also, this is not a great hero image. This is not a great wow, pizzazz, fancy schmancy image to make you go, oh my gosh, I gotta see this project. It's just not, it's not doing it for me. Okay, so a little bit more. Really nice. It's okay, so now you do have a little bit of a vibe. Like it's this like stark black background with everything kind of plugged into these white kind of widgetized areas, which is cool. It can be a vibe. Your homepage, your top hero of your homepage didn't really match it, okay? These are useless with how small they are. Are we seeing this? Oh, the light box. I would get, send the light box back to the depths of hell from which it came. Get rid of the light box. Give me a gigantic image to look at. I don't need the light box. It's just an extra thing. Chao Gonzalez, what's up? Chao's in the house. Thanks so much for reviewing my portfolio. Huge fan. You motivate me a lot, Chao. You motivate me with your work. Can we give some love to Chao Gonzalez for his awesome portfolio that we just looked at? Okay. Yeah, can we just get rid of these light boxes? Chao, thank you also for supporting and donating. That's super generous of you, man. Appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, great. These areas are awesome. A little too long, don't read. And then you got this little teeny tiny image there. I can't do that. Can't do that. To me, this is what I want to do. Ready? I want to go like this. Oh, I can't even do it. Look, this is what I want to do to this. I want to zoom in on my computer so I can actually see these things, okay? Actually, you know what I just saw? I bet you if we go mobile, this is a better experience. Kind of, sort of, because it takes up the entire screen on a mobile device, but oh my goodness. Okay, let this be a lesson, y'all. Layout for it to be clean and nice and tidy. It doesn't have to be small and boring. It can be large, pow, in your face, awesome, okay? Just think about that. All right, okay, yep. Again, it's a little boring, a little too long to read. I like that you're integrating like the Figma prototype right here. I love that you can do this nowadays. This is great. If you have a Figma project, get that thing like this inside of your project. It's super duper dope because people can actually zoom in and look at your working file, especially if you're trying to get a job somewhere. Like freelance clients, not so much. They won't care about this. But if you're trying to get a full-time job somewhere, they're like, look at your design file. That's kind of similar to how my team works. We like it. We're into it. Okay. Okay. You have some contributors. Okay. So here's what I would say about this. I would say that it's good. It's just lacking pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? It's lacking some, I don't even know what else to call it. It's lacking pizzazz. It needs that little something that turns it into something special. That's what it needs. Okay. So yeah, the whole thing just, you kind of had me. I was kind of interested here on your homepage. I was like, okay, all right, Nick Richardson, you got some style. But then the wiggle waggle kind of tipped me off. Like, I don't like the wiggle waggle. It's a little bit chintzy. It's a little bit old. Like it's an old technique added here for no good reason. I don't mind this little follow the mouse, but this little waggle, not so much. But then when the vibe didn't match, I was like, okay. And then when it's a little clinical for my taste. And then when we got to the project, sure enough, it was uber clinical. Okay, so we need to expand outside of this, immerse, enjoy, dopamine rush, inform, all that stuff at the same time. Okay, thank you for submitting your portfolio. Wonderful job though, Nick Richardson. Give him a big round O applause because it's hard to build a portfolio. It's hard to build a portfolio. Hey, if you're interested in building your portfolio, then you can head over to my website if you want at jesseshowalter.com, right over here to the jam, to the joint. And you can probably critique how my portfolio is not all the things that I say that I want it to be. That's fine. But you can go to this new link called Store, and it'll just jump you over to my Gumroad account. And I have a free ebook called Make Your Portfolio Count. It's free. Just have it. That's all you need to do. Just sign up for it and get it. And it's just it's like 10 pages or something like that. And it just talks about like all these things in a portfolio that you would love to have. Okay. So definitely check that out. It's a free resource. It's for you. Please take it, have it, use it, spend it, sell it, have it, whatever. I don't care. Do all the things. There's other things you can purchase and get there as well if you're interested. So maybe if you need something like that, maybe check it out. All right. If we have any questions, everyone's saying, hey, check your DMs, check your Instagram. Emmanuel DeRessi's got some projects he wants me to look at. Okay. All right. Okay. Check it out. I got Emmanuel DeRessi. Oh, Emmanuel DeRessi. It's coming up right now. I'm opening up a Figma project. Oh, Mamma Mia, Papa Pia. Here we go. Akash says, which portfolio should I prefer? Either a PDF, like a web, or like a website thing. I got 6 months experience. Hey, I'd say do what you can right now, Akash. So do what's available to you right now. But you know, if a PDF's all you can do, if it's too hard for you to make a website, then don't worry about the website right now. Just do the PDF thing. It's totally a thing. It's totally a jam that you can do. Okay. And let's jump over and take a look at, I think this is Emmanuel Duressi's project. This is the Habisha beer redesigned. I am inside his Figma file right now. All right, let's, I love a good project. I love a good Figma file to look at. This is insane. This is so fun. All right. Okay, what do I do? I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to get the whole jam and I'm going to go back up. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, how could we fix things? How could we change things a little bit here? Number one, everything in your header feels very, very cramped. Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of the branding, but sometimes branding's not our choice, right? So I would maybe shrink the branding down a little bit. And then also there's not the greatest contrast in it, right? Do you see what I'm talking about? Let's, oh my gosh, I zoomed way too far in. There's not the greatest contrast here. How do I, I'm gonna hide the UI real quick and just do this. So, you know, there's bad contrast on the logo. It's seeping into the background a little bit. So I'd maybe work on your contrast. These also are like, I feel like giant-massive. Like these are really big. Okay, this navigation's really, really large. Everything just seems like slightly too big. Like you might need to just kind of bring everything down a little bit. Let's bring this back. Can I see what size these are? I wish I could see the size. I can't see the size. CSS, give me size. Yeah, I can't really tell. It looks really big though. I wish I had access to this so I could actually like see, but that's okay. No problem. Whoa, taking that thing away. Yep. Oh, look, he's trying to fix it as we are talking about it. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so yeah, so everything's just really big. Let's talk about this hero image. The hero image itself, everything's really cluttered. You need to investigate what good use of white space looks like, right? So if I was you, I see this like common theme that you want to use these shapes, right? And that's fine. I'm into it. Contrast issue there still a little bit as well. I don't like the tucking of these words. These words are just kind of falling flat. I can't even, they're not doing much for the layout is what I'm saying to you. I would rather you bring this down a little bit, the size of this entire image down a little bit, maybe offset it over to one side, and then let because what's the call to action here? There's no call to action anywhere except for me to scroll down. So we need every website needs a call to action. They can't just be digital posters because that's not what websites are, right? So move these things over to the side, maybe shrink them down, utilize white space, do a little research on good design principles like white space, and then pop the typography over to the left, a nice solid call to action. And then you're gonna wanna play with these guys here, these shapes, because it's like the can is floating in the shape and almost like you want it to be outside of the shape, but it's not either, right? So it's not out, it's not in. You want dimensionality, have dimensionality. Maybe shrink the size of the background shape down and then pop the can out of it, or completely, you know, like house the can inside of the shape, one or the other. All of these things look disjointed, right? This headline, this text, and this button, everything needs to kind of be brought together into a family, right? You need to link the whole thing up into one lockup. And then center align, never a good option if you can left or right align something. This should be left aligned, right? And most people read left to right or right to left. Very few cultures, almost none at all, I think, read center aligned. So, or right things center aligned. So left align these things, lock them up tightly. Also, I think a good use of a grid here, so like maybe a 12 column layout could really, really help you. Same thing here. See, you do have a little dimensionality there, so I can tell that's what you want. But again, this is a rough color palette. Also, everything's like really monochromatic. It's these two colors, right? Not monochromatic, but it's these two colors. It's this dark black, charcoaly black gray, and then this like gold color. You have varying colors of it. It's not visually appealing. You need an accent color or contrasting color, right? So just like, you know, look at the color wheel, like, you know, red, orange, yellow, blue, violet, green, and go across the color wheel to find from whatever color this is to find your contrasting color. Okay. Also alignment issues. I think, yeah, you need a 12 column grid in here, friend. you need a 12 column grid and line things up on it. I think the typography, it's not my favorite typography. Maybe think about like exploring something maybe a little bit more interesting, like maybe Proxima Nova, maybe Pop-ins, maybe, I don't know, something that has a little bit more punch to it. And the mock-ups are clean, the mock-ups are nice, and this pattern is kind of interesting, cool, and probably culturally relevant to Ethiopia, which is really, really cool. Love that vibe. You know, you might want to bring some of these little accents and shapes up throughout to tie the whole thing together so it doesn't just feel like a ribbon that you threw to the bottom, right? So yeah, I think that's kind of my feedback for this one. Keep in mind, everybody, basic design principles will take you so far in your work. White space, you know, proximity, size, color, typography, you know, spacing, alignment, like all of these things, like hierarchy. Yeah, man, you just tighten those things up and it goes from, any project will go from where it's at to much more mature and much more beautiful and makes a lot more sense, right? The other thing too is always keep in mind that, you know, we are designing websites or digital products. So we have to make sure that they have purpose, because that's what we do as digital designers. I'm not a print designer. I used to be, but I moved over to digital design websites, applications, web interfaces, because there's purpose in them. There's intentionality in them. So we have to offer all of that purpose and intentionality to people. You just got to do it. You got to do it. So really good job. Love that. Emmanuel Duresi, thanks for submitting that amazing piece of work. We have very little time left on our live stream today. So we're gonna try to get to a couple more. I know everyone's like jumping in like, hey, look at mine, look at mine, look at mine. I'm trying to get there. There's so many, okay? So stick with me, y'all. Thanks for being here today on the live stream. Let's jump over to our next submission today. This is designowitz.com, Gal Horowitz, and then the domain is Designowitz. That's cute. That's awesome. That's fun. I like a little bit of fun like that, you know? It's kind of, it reminds me of Jennifer and Amy Hood from Chutzpah Design, right? Chutzpah is just like a really cool like word that means like you got the grit, you got the ability, but their last name is Hood, so they brought those two things together. It's clever. Be clever if you can. Clever is always better than not clever, in my opinion. Gal Horowitz, product designer. Hey there, I'm a product designer, web designer, designer dev. That's a little weird to read. It's a little weird to read? Okay, it's a little weird to read. Hey there, I'm a product and web designer / dev. Yep, based in dark and gloomy Uppsala. Ooh, why is it so dark and gloomy? I don't know anything about Uppsala, okay? We should work together. Tiniest little call to action up here. Do you want me to press it? If you do, consider making it bigger. If you don't, if it's secondary, okay, let it be secondary. But this thing's also tiny. So it's just like, where do I go? I'm wondering what eye tracking software would tell me about this design. It would tell me most likely, why the heck is this period way over here? Yeah, it would tell me that. It would probably. It would also tell me, I don't know where you want me to go. I don't know what you want me to press. You want me to press this little tiny thing? You want me to press that thing? I'm just gonna scroll down. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. But the work, ooh, the work is beautiful. I like the use of color. I like this little layout here. You always gotta watch out and create styles that work for everything. See how this has a white top, the actual design? Well, in the layout, it doesn't look like it has alignment. See this little issue right here? So we always have to have a style that works for everything. That could be as simple as reworking your, like the images that are popped in there. Or it could also be that you maybe drop like a border, slight radius, like border radius or a shadow on this thing, a light one, not a super intense one, right? So that could be a thing. Maybe think about that, okay? And we go down to the bottom, get in touch. Okay. You also have connections to your Messenger and Instagram. I see more and more people like using social media as the place of communication. I'm wondering if that, should we do that? Should we communicate with clients, professional clients through Messenger? I don't know, maybe. Let's look at this beautiful Nova framework project. Clicking on it, can't get there. Okay, so we're tricking me. We're tricking me. That angered me. Okay. Because I want, okay, well that one I can click on. Okay, so just a little break in the portfolio. That's all right. That's okay. Okay, it's all right. Get this hero image above the quote unquote fold. I need this up here so I can be interested and not lose hope. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Project overview, my contributions, too long, don't read. Sorry. I want to say this with like in a helpful way, in a constructive way. It's too long, don't read. You got to get me to things quicker. I just don't have the patience. Hiring managers don't have the patience, and clients especially don't have the patience if you're looking for like freelance work. You know why? Because I got to a page that looks like a lot of stuff I have to read, and I don't see any like images that are like interesting me. It's not telling me what kind of value you're bringing to me. It's just telling me about the project. Everything on, get it, I'm coming. We got to go full screen for this. Everything in your portfolio needs to be value-based, okay? I know we get tricked, right? As designers, we're like, my portfolio is all about my projects. Nope. No, it's not about your projects. It's about the value that you bring to future projects and future clients. It's about how awesome you are and how badly people want to work with you. Don't get those things mixed up. Your portfolio is not about you. Your portfolio is about them. Your portfolio is not about your work. It's about their money. Your portfolio is not about your designs or your visuals. It's about the value that we bring to people as designers. I can go to Dribbble and look at millions of beautiful designs, right? And I don't have to read a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of people get hired on Dribbble. That's a thing. Some people are looking for that. But what you want to move from like getting $500 logo clients to getting $10,000 logo clients. You want to stop making $500 websites and start making $20,000 websites. It has to be about value. That's the difference between expensive people and non-expensive people. The non-expensive people don't realize it's not about the work, it's about value. So I need to know what the problem was, how quickly you solved it, how much money you made them, how many leads you gained them, how much traffic increased. I need to know the value you'll bring to me, because if I'm hiring and I'm looking at this right here, I'm looking at this website going, I'm looking for somebody to design me an app. I look at this, I'm still a human being that's going, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I have my kids are screaming in the house doing homeschool because they're digital now. Like, I got a company to run, I got a project to build. I ain't got time for this. I need somebody who's going to deliver me value, and you need to show me that quicker. Sorry, that was a huge value rant, but it's important. It's important. It's important. Okay. All right. So this is a medical app. Let's give it a chance. Your project overview, contributions, too long, don't read. This needs to go above. We know that. And then again, the tiny visuals. So here's the problem for me. It's just like, you obviously want me to read more. I think there's, you know what's a good idea is, I think that our case studies need to be about the value we bring, but I think there's also a place to blog or talk about projects in this way. I think a Medium post or YouTube video, something like that would be great to walk me through this and explain everything. But again, the problem, teeny little image, too long, don't read, goals. Okay, it's too much. I can't do it. Nope. I need, okay. And then the layout, it's just not immersive. This is a big time no-no. See how long this measure is of text? Text should never be this long on the screen. Okay, so my take, and maybe this is broken, I don't know. It looks like it's broken, but my take is that that there was not a lot of extra work put into presenting these projects. They're kind of, it feels like, I could be wrong, it feels like it's kind of just slapped in there. Is that okay? I don't want to be mean, but that's what it feels like to me. It feels like it's kind of slapped in there last minute, and you didn't want to take the time to really present things, so you just went like blah stack blah 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 blah. I'm singing a little song now. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being really harsh today. I'm not trying to be really harsh. I'm trying to be helpful. I just want you to get hired. I want you to land clients. I want you to make great money doing the thing that you love. And portfolios like this, they're not helping you as much as they could, right? Your portfolio should be working for you, okay? Have it work for you. Okay, friends. That was a great submission by Gal Horowitz. That was designwits.com. Thanks for submitting. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? I'm looking for questions in the chat. Okay. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask those. I would love to answer your questions right now. I know I'm like ranting. Today's kind of like, it's a design portfolio or design reviews, but it's also ranting time for me because it's just that kind of Friday for me, y'all. So, oh my goodness. Also, sorry, I'm not trying to push it, but dude, if you've never had a Legend Spicy Nootropic performance drink, now's the time. They just dropped the price. It used to be like $40 for a 12 pack. They just dropped them down to $29.99 for a 12 pack. So like it's cheaper, and they also made it stronger. So my brain is working. That's why I'm ranting today. I'm ranting because my brain is working so well. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm looking. People are like spamming me in the chat going, hey, check my stuff. Look at me. I'm trying, everybody. I'm trying. And there's just so many messages coming into my DMs. People trying to slide into the DMs right now. And then the UI champ. See, here's the problem. UI champ, I can't tell which one's you because your branding doesn't match on social media like it does on YouTube. That's just a thing. But I think I found you. So let's look at you. Let's look at your stuff. Abik Biswaz, I think is who it is. The UI champ. Yeah, let that just be a little side note that if you're going to be a professional designer out there on the web, everything should look the same everywhere, right? Your avatar should look the same here as it does there, as it does there, as it does there. Try to bring consistency across the board, okay? All right. So Abik Biswaz is a UI UX designer from Bangalore, India. I don't know why I couldn't say Bangalore just in that second. I apologize. That was so crazy of me. Ooh, I like watches. Let's look at this watch piece. Oh, timekeepers. I think this might be one of my projects. Is this one of my projects? It might be. Timekeepers. Yeah, I did like a watch project one time, but this is real nice. I like this. You know what? I'm a big fan of like typography, integrating like outlined versions and filled versions. Super duper nice. Let's look at this in full screen so I can give it like the best possible kind of like deal. I mean, it's nice. It's cool little layout. If you're practicing your layout techniques, good job. Very nice layout stuff. But I would love to see something that's something more I can sink my teeth into, okay? Healy's is a cafe in Ontario, Canada, famous for its Scandinavian style. And I got one, what? Okay, here we go. The challenge. Modern website redesign. Okay, so modern, ooh, okay, a little perspective stuff. This is nice. See how this isn't too long, don't read? I like this. I'm into this. The website looks really, really nice. It does. It looks exactly like what you said it was going to be, which is modern, right? Everything's very clean, very modern. Love the serif typography mixed with the sans serif. Really, really nice. Imagery is really nice. Great art direction. You probably had great assets and resources to work with, so good for you. Not all of us have that, right? Love the typography. You got to show the typography, obviously. Got to show off what you did. Really pretty stuff. Yeah. See, the spacing here is really nice. The branding is like toned down. The one thing I would say is maybe the contrast here isn't the greatest. Hard to see these things. It might be because I'm like really, really pulled out, really panned out, and I can't see. But yeah, the contrast here is just really, really hard. So I might address that maybe. Really nice cards. Pretty crisp edges. Okay, nice. It kind of matches everything. It's okay. When you're going modern, everything can be really crisp, right? It doesn't need to be rounded edges. I don't see any abuse of drop shadow, which is good. That's very, very nice. Okay, it's really clean. It's really nice, really simple. Nice work. I think this seems like something you're really, really good at, which is clean, modern, simple. I think if that's your jam, if that's your style, man, go for it because you're doing a really, really good job. That's definitely the Timekeeper watch website that I designed. That's cool. That's awesome to see. This is like a Netflix revamp. This is like a streaming service revamp. Click to launch the prototype. I will launch the prototype. I like a prototype. Okay. Interesting. I can't see. Yep. Oh, okay. Let's go to TV shows. Yes. Oh, play now. Boink. Just like that. Okay. Cool. We can go back. Yeah, let's go to movies, TV shows. It's a nice prototype. You got some weird little, oh, the button movement. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, I see that. It's a little weird. I don't think you need to do that button movement. I think you need to find a better layout that allows that button to stay like kind of consistent. But for this to be cutting off is like a little bit weird. And maybe I need to do like this kind of deal. There we go. Maybe that's just what I need to do. Get a little bit more like, but see this? Why is this tucked down? Okay, so a little prototyping things. Here's one thing I'll say. If you're going to put your prototypes out there and have people view your prototypes need to be strong. Okay, so Abik Biswaz, I think you are doing great like in this process of being a digital designer, UI and UX designer. I would like to see a little bit of like UX talk if you're going to claim to be that UX designer as well, because UI UX designer is not actually a thing. You are either somebody who does UI and or UX design. So where's the UX design come into place? Where's the strategy? Where's the thought process? Show me some wireframes. Show me some researching. Show me some stuff that you're doing that represents UX design, and then I think it makes sense. All right. Okay, let's do one more. We have Yasir Nabi, and here we go. Here we go again. If you have not considered it or thought about it, consider becoming one of my members, because maybe what we should start doing for the members is, you know, I'll give you like private access to me, and I'll give you portfolio reviews and feedback on all your stuff. Maybe that's a thing we should do. Yeah. Okay. Also, I may or may not have some cool courses coming out pretty soon. You probably get discounts to those, as well as getting discounts to all my stuff. You probably get discounts to all my stuff in my store like this, right? So, I randomly throw out like 100% discount codes so you can grab like over like $40, $50 worth of stuff for free. Boom, just like that. It's kind of worth it, I think. You can get things like my freelancer packages, my project proposals, client surveys, Notion dashboards, all that kind of stuff. And you can also get access to 30-minute mentorship sessions, 60-minute mentorship sessions if you're interested. So maybe consider that. Let's jump back over to Yasir Nabi as I take a drink of my drink. All right. UI, UX. Ooh, let's bump this back up to full size. Here we go. And a freelancer, product designer freelancer. Okay, that's good. See, I like it when people say, here's who I am and here's what I'm trying to do. This is the type of clients or projects I'm looking for. That lets me know right off the bat. That, you know, if I'm a hiring manager for a business or something, I'm like, okay, well, maybe you're not for me then. Like, but if I'm a freelancer, or if I'm like a freelance project, I'm like, maybe this is the person to hire. Museum website. Ooh, old ancient civilizations, neoclassicism, European antiques. Okay, beautiful style. Love the neutral color palette. Love the use of greens. Love the kind of like the juxtaposition like of the like statue and the typography on the other side. Love the lines. Everything about it looks super architectural, super clean. Really nice. Only thing I would say is maybe, oh man, like, no, it's good. I was gonna say maybe a little too bold here, but like, I think it works good. I love it. And I love that you're presenting the desktop and the mobile version. I'm also a big fan of this nowadays, which is to never put your stuff in actual device mockups. I'm starting to move away from that and just put them in rounded shapes like this to represent desktop, because devices, unless it's like the right now most current one, it starts to look aged very quickly, right? So I would rather just put it inside of shapes like this. I think that looks a little bit more timeless in my opinion. Maybe consider that. I like this too. I like the mock-up shot of you like actually working on the project. Really nice. Kind of brings it to life a little bit. Buy tickets. Okay. Got kind of like a slideshow thing going on. Not the biggest fan of like the fade in, fade out for that, but I could say, hey, it works. It looks cool. And now that's a cool interaction right there. Loving that. Shop by art form. Okay. Ooh, click on it. Oh, I want to see. Yeah, click on one. What does it do? Oh yeah. The fade in, fade outs are a little weird. It's like, I love this a lot, but then there's parts of it that I'm not digging. Like, I don't think I need that big crying stone baby face thing to the statue, the sculpture itself, to like stay fixed, right? I don't think I need that. But some of it's really cool. The layout's really cool. I feel like, you know what this is a really good example of? This is an example of fantastic layout, design, aesthetic, use of color, white space, all of those things. But then this person needs to work on micro interactions, animation, and prototyping. So that's where like the skill set could really like increase. That's where your value could really increase as a designer. I see that being the thing that's kind of lacking right now. Okay, so beautiful like presentation though. Look how immersive it is. Like mixing in the product, or excuse me, the mock-up shots, like the live view mock-up shots of these. It's great. yeah, it's good. I like it. You know what? One thing we need to do is, now I'm gonna get real nitpicky. Want to get real nitpicky? You can tell that this, I mean, obviously this is what we all do, right? We find a good shot, we take the website, we put it in Photoshop, we kind of like perspective warp it into place to make it look like it's sitting in the screen, totally. And it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying you should stop doing that by any means. But you can tell that it's kind of fake. Like the screen doesn't really match like the surroundings. See how there's kind of like just a little bit of background blur, and also there's just a little bit of noise and roughness of the image because it was taken in real life, whereas this thing looks shiny and perfect. All you have to do is take a noise layer in Photoshop and put it over the entire thing, and then just set like a blending mode so you can just barely see through it. It's going to add like a consistency to your entire image and bring the whole thing together. Also, you do a little bit of color correction across the whole thing. It brings the whole thing together, right? It's a little trick, right? Just maybe think about that. That way these things look like they are actually in the scene and not just added to the scene. Really, really nice work. I think, again, layout, typography, color, beautiful. It's the prototyping and the animation thing that you really need to work on. All right, I think do we have any questions? Man, there's no questions today. Everyone's like, I got it all together. I don't got any questions. Okay. Okay, what's the best, here's what Canadian Chick says, what's the best way to position personal projects on a portfolio to get hired? I'm a new designer, but I don't want to seem new. Hey, I've talked about this before. I love personal projects. I'm all about personal projects. A lot of times in our mind, we're like, it's not a paid project though, so is anybody going to hire me? Depends on how you present it. Present it in a way that's fantastic. You have to go above and beyond what other people are doing. Make it beautiful. Take the time, lay it out, show the problems you're solving, show your process. Not too long, don't read. Beautiful mock-ups and images. Spend the time and do the extra work. And then what people see, and then you announce at the top, this is a concept project, something I'm really, really passionate about. When people hear concept project and they see that it's above and beyond like what everybody else is doing, even for paid projects, they go, wow, imagine what this person would do if I paid them. If they're willing to spend this time, this kind of time, energy, attention, and detail on something they're passionate about, a concept project, they're going to do a fantastic job for me, I bet. Right? So that's a way, like, we just gotta, it's a different perspective, because in our minds, we're ashamed of the fact that it's a concept project. You can actually switch that perspective to being proud of it and really impress people with that. That's what I would say. Question: how to approach to mentors for UX design and what to ask if you get a mentor? Oh, that's a great question. Hey, if you're looking for a mentor, what you're actually looking for is somebody who obviously can mechanically give you feedback about your craft, about your skill, okay? But then also, if you don't have a mentor that's teaching you also like the life skills that are associated with it, like for instance, teaching you how to prep for interviews, how to land new clients, how to freelance, how to work in, like whatever it is you want to do specifically to your career path, your mentor should be able to speak into that aspect of your life, okay? So if you're gonna come to me and say, Jesse, I really wanna start freelancing, I'm gonna critique your work, I'm gonna critique your portfolio that'll hopefully will land you work, I'm gonna talk to you about processes, where to find clients, I'm gonna talk to you about all those things. The things you should be asking are mechanical, are life skills, soft skills. How can I do this better? Can you give me feedback and critique on this thing? And then what you should really also be asking is for challenges and accountability. That's the biggest thing in a mentorship relationship is, hey, mentor of mine, I really want to do these things. Okay, I want to get hired in the next year. Okay, great. That's a massive goal. Your mentor should be there to help you break it into smaller goals, right? And maybe this isn't a mentor's job. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about more like a coach or a life coach. But if I was going to mentor or coach somebody, I would want to help them break these big goals into smaller bite-sized goals and then give them challenges and say, I think you should do this. I expect this in the next 3 weeks. I expect that you would do this by month 5 or 6. Like, let's go. Let's get it done. Where are you at on that? You want somebody who is challenging you, okay? Is mentorship paid? It doesn't always have to be. It depends on what the person's doing. I'm actually thinking of, I do paid mentorships, and you can find those over on a platform called SuperPeer. If you're interested, here, let me show you, because this is just, it's just how I have to spend my time, right? You can go to superpeer.com/Jesse Showalter if you're interested. There's a link down in the description, I think, and you can book a 30-minute meeting or a 1-hour meeting. And I'll talk with you about anything you want and help you create a game plan for your business, for your design skills, for your career, whatever you want. But I'm also kind of thinking about taking on an intern, which would be like somebody who helps me with projects, and maybe does some social media work for me, and then there would be like a mentorship relationship there as well. But that's still something I'm thinking about. If you want to be an intern, I don't know, DM me, tell me you want to be my intern, and maybe we'll figure that out. Okay, yeah, but that's a great thing. That's a great question about mentorship. I think everyone would benefit from a mentor or a coach or a friend that challenges them towards greatness. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, some people are saying, yeah, I want you to be my mentor. Yeah. Brian Schultz says, whosoever's nice hat. I just got this hat. Really love it. Awesome brand, awesome ministry. Love them so much. Go support them. They're super cool. They make rad stuff, right? So, okay. Question. Yeah, that question helped me a lot. Lori Lane says, I was thinking about checking out the ADP list for a mentor. Yeah, you could totally do that. For sure. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think that I just don't see a whole lot of other questions there. So I think we might end our stream for the day. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the live stream. I appreciate you guys so much. I want to say thank you again to all my members that are out there for joining. Thank you to any of you that downloaded the free PDF or gave a thumbs up and liked the channel. That helps me a lot just by spreading the word about the channel, about the content. I'm here to help people. And I just think, the more people I can reach and help, mentor, encourage, teach, whatever, that's what I want to do. So you guys are a huge part of that. Couldn't do it without you. Hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Here's my motivation for you for this weekend. To perform well, you need to rest well. So make sure that this weekend, you don't try to work every single day, 16 hours a day. Make sure you take some time for yourself, because you have to be refreshed and revived. You have to be rested if you want to perform well, whether that's creativity, business, relationships, friends, whatever. You gotta make sure you find time for rest and just slow down a little bit. All right. So I'm hoping you guys have a fantastic weekend. You slow down, enjoy yourselves wherever you're at in the world. God bless you guys. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. We'll see you in the next one.